Walking in my purpose on purpose, it ain't nothing this world could offer that could amount to what God showed me my worth is. I'm working. Oh yeah, I'm in my bag, no working, going so hard for God. Shout out to the devil won't murk me, but he ain't got no power. These haters sour cause I made it. My voice ain't doing it's only by his grace I'm in his favor. Prayer, that's what I use to learn to step tape. The Holy Spirit fill me with courage on top of the faith. That's why.
So today with us on Stewart Talk, where we walk in our purpose on purpose, we have four great young athletes doing their thing, walking in their purpose, grinding, putting in that work in the classroom. And we have another special guest with us today.
Catching plays. Let's go. Let's
Yeah, the
go.
dream
I
catching
like that. I
plays.
like
You
that.
know, she got the
I like
city,
that.
she got the energy going, man, and she just got everybody feeling good about coming to games, even the athletes. You know, real intentional, man. And fellas, can't a lot of people do what y'all do, so I just want to shout y'all out and spotlight each and every one of y'all. So starting with the point guard from left to right, I'm gonna have y'all introduce yourself. Yep, go ahead, you. Kieran. You.
Manny Dickerson, Jorge Soriano, CJ Majors.
Yes, yes. Okay. So this is how we gonna go. And we got our cousin Domo with us. What's
Your
going
favorite
on?
cousin Damo. How you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, so Kieran, every time I ask a question, you gonna go first, then it's gonna go to the right.
All right.
Okay. So first question, how did you get started in basketball and what inspired you to play?
Play was well first when I was born, my dad wasn't around. He was in jail. My mom picked up basketball when I was little. I saw a rim and I just started shooting it. Ever since then, I just been playing, working at, and trying to get better at the game.
Yeah, yeah, and
Awesome.
I remember seeing you being like one of the littlest people out there on the east side in the leagues. You know, your game didn't grew, you didn't grew. You know, to be a solid player in this league. What about you?
I started playing basketball when I was like younger. I kind of just wanted to play something different. I was originally like a soccer player when I was younger. But I started playing basketball. I fell in love with it. I just kept playing it. And then I was inspired probably like just seeing clips on Instagram. When I first got Instagram, I was like really interested in all that. So I was kept the interest going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was around basketball and I was born because my dad was like a basketball coach. So he literally, when I was younger, he put a ball in my hands and I was like, I had pretty clearly what I want to do and it's like just play basketball, and every day trying to be like 1% better and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like everybody else. I started off as a young one, 5 years old. I told my dad I wanted to play basketball, and he ended up putting me in a church league. And ever since then, I just continue to excel my game, and that's really where it started.
Did you
Make
ever
some
think you would get that 1,000 points?
Uh, I mean, I always dreamed of it. Like when I was younger, just working out and stuff, and just coming to Maumee Valley watching Zeb Jackson play. I think that's where I got my inspiration from too.
Yeah. Shout out Zeb too. Shout out Zeb. Okay. What part do y'all enjoy most about y'all team? Like, give me some specifics of y'all team. What separates the Hawks from any other teams in the area?
We're talented on the team, more athletic than the team, and we play smarter than the team. I feel like our energy, our chemistry, and diversity. I feel like being at Mark Valley, my diverse culture here. So I feel like everything is all together. Separates us. I really like that. Like we trust each other. Even we haven't like known for so long. We can like trust each other in the court, and I think that's so important for us. I feel like it's a brotherhood. Like with us being a small school, it's like we're all connected. So it's like nobody can really separate. And I feel like in the locker room, we always together. Around school, always together. On the court, talking. I think it's just us bonding all the time. That's what makes it good. The chemistry,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be individually. Kieran, as a freshman, how do you feel about being a part of the a varsity team and having your impact? And what challenges did you face as a freshman playing varsity, competing at a high level?
The base was like me being small. I wouldn't have to score a lot. I had more range like the Maumee season. I could just swing in the ball. Now I gotta go score all the time. Mainly, y'all just gotta triple, set, money, work.
Yeah, yeah. Imani, what separates you as a versatile player, a defender? What separates your game versus any other player that's in the league or that's in the area? What makes you you? What makes you tick?
My speed and my pace, the transition. I feel I can do a lot in transition. Pass the ball, shoot, get to my spots, try to use my transition. Kind of benefactor for my game and for the team.
Yeah.
That's breaks on it.
Okay, how did you adjust and coming playing with your group of teammates that you got? Coming and playing with those guys, playing around the area. How do you make adjustments to adjust your game around the guards, around the different teams? How do you make the adjustments?
Yeah. So, it was, if I'm honest, it was not that easy thing to do at the beginning because like from Europe we have like kind of with different rules and some stuff. But I think I can adjust because I practice mostly every day, and also my teammates help me, and yeah, actually that helped me like to adjust. And I think now I have like a combined game type of game with like European and American, and I really think that's a really good point for the team.
Yeah. CJ, how do you prepare for the next level, and what would you use that Coach Fleming, shout out to Coach, that he didn't taught and instilled in you? What would you use to take to that next level to make you to be a special player when you go to the next level?
I think the biggest thing is like doing my job. Whatever the team needs me to do to help the team win, I think that's just the biggest part. Like it doesn't always have to be scoring. It could be all the defensive end, me making the right reads. It's not always about scoring, but that is a part. That is a big part of it. But I think it's just doing my job and accepting the role too.
Yeah. So, Kira, I'm gonna go. This is for all y'all. Y'all can go one by one. How did y'all take what coaches instilling inside y'all, and what are y'all learning to make y'all a better player? Because I know coaches, he passionate. He want the best for y'all on the court and in life, and he instills in y'all things that he learned that people instilled inside of him. So, what things have you been learning that he's been teaching that's helping you be a better player?
It's hard, yell at us, push us to be the best. And like we always dedicated to like stay in our schoolwork, like don't mess around and all that. And like just be a good listener to him and play hard. That's really what we want. We want us to play hard, be good basketball players. I think this is still like it's a fire with all of us. Playing with him for about 2 years now, I feel like I've kind of up that level. And then I feel like I've become more of an aggressive player just because of that. Offense, not defense. Well, I feel like I just play more aggressively on both yeah, I think the best part of Coach Fleming is like, or all the coaches, is that they look for the right read. Like they don't look for like scoring or rounding. It's like the right read is what the teams need in each time. So I think like that's the best of them. I think the biggest thing that he instills in us is like his motto is giving up is easy. So every time, like how Kieran and Amani talked about, like us working together and playing hard. I think that's the biggest thing for him is for us to just give our all whenever we step on the court, because you never know when it's your last game, last minute. every touch in the basketball court again. So it's just giving your all and taking pride in what you're doing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Would you think that you more of a leader vocally, or you think your play shows your leadership?
I think I'm more of a like example type of leader. I'm not a person that says much. I think I like to show, and my work ethic definitely shows that a lot of times. So yeah.
Yeah. How are all y'all balancing the schoolwork with being on the basketball court, being still teenagers, still having a life? How do y'all balance that?
How do you balance your schoolwork with being a player?
I pass my schoolwork by like if I study with some like I need a little help, I might go to like a couple of my friends, some give me a little help. But that's how I balance my schoolwork. I just don't know it, I can get some help. Because like I want myself to struggle because like sometimes I be like I don't want to go bother about my schoolwork, but I should know it. But sometimes you gotta go get the help.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it was just finding a rhythm with my time management. Being a guy that likes to put in a lot of work into his game, I feel like this job says obviously knowing that I am a student athlete, so knowing that it's kind of balancing to this probably the most beneficial thing for me. I try to like be focused, be time in one stuff. Like if I'm on the court, I'm 100% with my mind on basketball, and I try to forget like everything else. And when I'm like studying or like in class, I'm trying to focus like also 100% in that because I think that it's better to do one thing each time than try to do like a lot of things at the same time. Just piggybacking off of what Monty said, I think that my parents just preach that schoolwork comes first. God first, schoolwork, then being a student. I mean, an athlete, and then the other stuff will come. It's always gonna be there. If you got the girls, they always gonna be there. So it's not even a thing. Like if you good at a sport, they gonna come. So you might as well put school first and then being an athlete. So,
Yeah, Kieran. So let me ask you this: how hard is it to stay within the offense when you get to a player you can break him down each time, and the crowd and already gave you oohs and ahs? How hard is that being a freshman, knowing to play in the rotation, but you can take this player anytime? How is that adjustment being?
It's a little hard because like you don't never know like your defender can stay in front of you. Like some people they don't force me like left and right. They just play me straight up because I can run both ways. So like it's hard sometimes because like I can be running like sometimes when I play CJ he long. So like he don't force me no way. But sometimes he do but like he off the nose, but like it's hard because like I could just beat him on speed.
Don't forget that no look dime. The boy be throwing dimes like Magic Johnson.
Yeah. So Amani, so when you see another team, their best player is, scoring and different things like that, would you want to take on a challenge, or how do y'all do as far as defense when y'all see somebody is scoring, y'all see somebody is getting through and y'all need stops? Do you take the initiative and say, I got him, or you talk it up with your boys like, come on, y'all, let's go, team help defense, or what is your approach when that happens?
I think my approach is to trust in the game plan for that coach. Sometimes it isn't always me or CJ or any one of us is guarding the ball and try to do it by ourselves. Sometimes we use a team to help us guard that player. That's going to be a problem for us. And then other times, we just kind of trust it and it just depends on the game and the forward game. Trusting the game plan is probably the biggest thing because we can all guard. It's not who it is, we can all guard. It's pretty much about everybody. Not trusting the game. Speaking of what Amani said is like believing in coaches and following like the plan. I think is the key because even if you want sometimes to try harder or to do anything else. Sometimes it's better like just play your role, play as far as you can, and like trusting your teammates and trust they are going to fill the spaces. They're going to like guard the defenders, and that's it.
Yeah. How do y'all, CJ? Starting with you, how do you handle the setbacks after a loss or after a close game, making sure that you gather the troops and get them together so they can get focused and y'all can, remain focused and not dwell on the past on a loss. How do you gather them up and get your team together for the morale stays the same?
Well, first up, we can't ever like dwell in the game. So we always talk about it in like our separate group chats, just talking about what we can do better, and then not really focusing on the next game, what we could do better. Not really caring about the past. Like it's always what we can do better next time and or in the present. So that's what we focus on. That's what I kind of really like talk about.
Yeah. Did y'all have team goals that y'all was setting, and did y'all have individual goals, and are y'all meeting them? And are y'all right where y'all want to be? Are y'all gonna, push to make that run for the states?
I feel like I can speak for all of us when we say we definitely all had individual goals here as a person. Warrior coming in, CJ and me both we all have individual goals, but I think it's collectively definitely going to make a deep run of playoffs, especially for the state. I feel like that could be something big for us. We can do it. You see these teams on the schedule, we definitely have the same to do it. It's not
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah. And each of y'all share a memorable moment this season that impacted y'all? A moment, whether it's a game, a play.
I need to start saying the first DC game when we beat them like in their house. That was really impactful because I think that was one of our first big wins of the season. So yeah, that would probably be one of them.
I probably say love in your game. That was probably one of the worst games I had like the entire season. But mentally, it helped me to overcome some things, and just become a better player. I feel like after that, I've been playing really well, and especially like this is the right time to start playing really well for my team. So I feel like I was
I'd say our first game of the season, we played Patriots Prep. I had to. So I was kind of nervous my first game because like I just get nervous. Like when I don't do something right, when I lose the ball, I get nervous. So like after like a couple plays, I started seeing the ball and I was starting to get like the momentum and how to play and stuff. So me just like being a player, being around her, it'll build me up to be more than it's like I'm becoming soon. I can be a neighbor to I can
Yeah.
I would say for me, the most memorable moment was this past Friday, our last regular season game against Ottawa Hills. It was a play where I got hit hard, and I was on the ground for a minute, but I seen my whole team. They checked on me. They stood on business. As soon as I went down, I seen it. It was like a fire that lit everybody, and I feel like that was a good moment for us, especially at the end of the season going into the playoffs. Like we got this, and we working together, and we know we got our brothers behind our backs. That's always gonna be there for us. So, yeah.
And the team always carry on the personality of their coach, and y'all coach is a fire coach like that too, with great emotion, and he don't play no games either. So it seems like y'all carry on that. I'm gonna ask Cousin Mo a couple questions. Then I'm gonna ask y'all one more question for y'all leave. How did you get into this with your brand and spotlighting all the players in the area and just causing attention to great basketball, great sportsmanship? Like, is that always been inside you? I know that you familiar with basketball. You played it. Like, how did you get into that?
So I've always been a spectator of high school sports. I played the game, I coached the game, I officiated the game. But just recently, my family, my wife and I, we was fortunate enough to raise a relative, a younger relative of ours, and he was in high school at the time. We had him his junior senior year, and that was the point where I got to see it from a different eye.
Yeah.
We at that point you got to think about recruitments and how we gonna get them to the next level, how we gonna get them off to college. So seeing like the tools that we had to do, we had to get film, we had to network him, and he has social anxiety, so he don't post himself.
Yeah.
So I was the one, in the stands, recording him and stuff like that. And then I just came up with the idea, like if he can't be the only kid that goes through this. It got to be other kids out there that's going through this. At the time last year, I didn't see much of what it seems like a catching plays, where there were people that was there recording the kids and doing team highlight videos, not necessarily just individual mixtapes. I remember bringing the idea to my younger cousin, and he was like, "Oh, that's fire! Like that's dope." Kind of upset that I thought about it so late, because he was already in his senior year, and they were actually ending their regular season at the time. But that's just how it happened in the name. I think I had like maybe 15 names in my phone, and I'm just like, if something got to hit to where it'll register to the kids, because I'm in my 30s. They didn't even know that. They probably like, dang, you're in the 30s. I'm in my 30s, so I had to get something that registered to the kids and also be universal outside of sports. And catching plays, it just register in the streets, it register on the court, it register everywhere. But yeah, that's how it was formed. Once I did that, I let it marinate for about a year, because this was like early January of last year. So I did like the business side to it. I got my LLCs, I did the trademarking and all that stuff. And then November is when we went live. And the rest is history.
And the tag just making sure you got people down here in Georgia, the people that I have follow you, and I know I sent you some athletes. Now they checking the different status you post, the videos and different things like that, because they equipped now and they like what you're doing. Now they're able to see the Maumee Valley, South views, the different people you post. But one thing I love about it is you don't got no respect for a player. Like, it don't have to be a famous player, a player with all the stats. You go after the plays, you go after the individual, you go after the player, the athlete, and that's what it's about, because it's not always about who the best or who got the most stats. It's all about like team games.
Right. Yeah. I think for catching plays, like you said, as long as they make a play offensively and defensively, it's in the highlight. That's one thing I always wanted to put out there and highlight the most, because a lot of kids get overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And we go off of rankings, who the top 5, who the top 10 in the city is, but we're not even looking at those kids that like CJ said, everybody has a role. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not going to be the scorer. They might be the defensive factor. They might be the one that's out there getting the steal. They might be like a Quran most games, and they throwing the dimes, and they getting 10, 15 steals a game. So those are all great, I would say, tools to have on the court. And it needs to be highlighted.
Last fellas, before I let y'all go, I just wanted to ask y'all, for players out there, for the youth that look up to y'all, that come to the games, that come to the packed games, what would y'all say to the young kids that want to be y'all one day, that's looking up to y'all, that want to play basketball, might even have one foot in the streets, one foot in, not knowing what they want to do or how they can do it? What advice would y'all have to the young kids that want to play high school basketball?
I say you always gotta go work on your game before you touch a basketball. I gotta go lift weights. I gotta get bigger. Sometimes you might just be small. Sometimes you just gotta go work on your game. You gotta go to the gym. You gotta go shoot the ball. You gotta go do everything that you do to be that type of person.
Like just get down working. It's like the best thing to do. Not worried about where you might end up being at, but just working towards it, working towards the goal that you have for yourself, and just staying being on it yourself, because if you worry about, like how many parts of my Christmas year, if I don't score this many points this year, it's on yourself if you want to be in the game. But if you just, trust yourself and trust your work, that's the key to yourself. Not only as a player, but as a person. It'll just help you mentally. Basically help your life. Yeah, I would say that work as hard as you can and don't be worried about the short term outcome. Just focus on your big goals, focus on your long term goals, and work every day without exception, or I mean without exception. But don't feel frustrated if you don't get what you want or what you think you're supposed to have in a couple of months. Wait and trust the process.
Wait, what was the question again?
What advice would you have for a young kid that might want to come play high school basketball? Your advice could be the difference between him coming to play or he don't know if he want to just hang with his friends and be in the streets.
I'd say surround yourself around the right people. You want to surround yourself around people that have the same aspirations and dreams as you, so they can push you and propel you forward. So they're not worried about if you want to be an athlete, you're not gonna be around people that want to be in the streets, because that's just not your type of crowd. And that's the best advice I could give to you.
Yeah, and I just want to say, fellas, I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm talking to y'all coach about y'all. I know the fight y'all got. I know the type of players y'all is. I had asked him about the team that y'all played. Was it Lemire or something? The team with Jerry on there. But I heard y'all played good and y'all held y'all own, and that's a nationally ranked team. So y'all wasn't scared. Y'all wasn't intimidated. That pack house ain't even get to y'all. So I just want y'all to know, man. I'm proud of y'all. I'm checking in on y'all. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep working hard. Leave it on the court, man, and y'all can do all things through Christ who give y'all strength. It ain't nothing that y'all can do. Listen to y'all coach, man, and he gonna make sure that y'all get in the position, man, and y'all can make this run.
Sir.
Appreciate y'all, man, taking the time out. Have a good practice and have a good run at the turn.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, we catch a play.
Yeah.
You need me for anything else?
No, you good. I appreciate you, man, for doing this.
No, thank you.
Was they waiting on them?
I'm sorry.
Was they coach waiting on them?
No, they got their practice going right now.
Okay.
I thank you. I definitely want to thank you again for even asking, to have me on your platform. We appreciate it a lot. Thank you for allowing me to have my cousins on with me.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah, man, because I love what you doing, man, and I see your heart in it, and now even knowing a little bit more behind the veil on what the reason for starting it is, and seeing how the area, how the impact or the players even look up to you, because back in the day we had them people that we was looking up to. When you played, you had them people you was looking to see was at the game. Now they looking to see what cousin that, Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep.
Catching plays.
Let's
One more
go.
time for the road.
Cousin Domo. You catch it.